Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Juliana Siti Mutmainah. Today, I'm here as your tour guide to visit historic tours that are almost left behind and those close to you. Okay, first, now we are in the Gunung Madu cave area. Okay, I will repeat the Gunung Madu cave area. Gunung Madu is one of the highest mountains in the Boyolali region after Mount Merapi in Selo, Merbabu in Ampel, and Mount Tugel in Simo. Gunung Madu is located in Tanjung Village, Klego, Boyolali. The height of the mountain reaches 95.6 mpdl and has an area of about 500 square meters. The location of Gunung Madu is on the border of Andong and Sambi district. On the cliff of Gunung Madu, there are 12 caves. At least 8 of the 12 caves in Gunung Madu have collapsed due to the sea excavation that ignores cultural heritage. There are only 4 caves that still look intact. The other 8 caves had already been damaged and collapsed. The condition of the 4 caves that are still intact is abandoned. Neither the saying board nor just a memorial board or a brief illustration of the history of the cave is outdated. Most of the main doors of the cave are on the side of the Simo-Klego Highway. The cave was built during the Japanese colonial era and was used as a hiding place for local residents for the guerrilla war against the Japanese. During the Japanese colonial era, the area was used as sugarcane plantation by the Japanese, so that it was given the name Gunung Madu. Not far from the Tanjung village office, it used to be as housing for Japanese soldiers and their leaders. As soon as Japan entered the Klego area, the military mobilized the people to clear land to plant sugarcane. The forced labor was very difficult to avoid because the Japanese also set up military barracks near the plantation. This heinous act eventually caused an acute phobia of the community, because many houses were destroyed for the interest of the invaders. Entering 1946, the fighters together with the people finally made up their mind so that the resistance would continue. However, the residents also felt safe. Several community leaders who did the analysis and evaluations or NEF finally chose the Gunung Madu Hill as a safe hiding place. Incidentally, at that time it was not yet a highway. It was still a dirt road, and to the left was a deep ravine. Secretly, even more often at night, the people in a dude with a white room made a big hole in the hillside. Using improvised equipment, at least 12 points were excavated. For the size of the time, what they did was an extraordinary job. The reason everything is done while guerrilla, if caught by the Japanese military, the address of life. This cave was built about 2 kilometers from the locations of the Japanese army housing, with a width of about 4 meters and a height of 3 meters. This Japanese cave, which is located right on the left side of the Simo-Clego Highway, has an average depth of about 20 meters. Its cave can accommodate as many as 17 until 80 people. They are less than 100 meters from each other. In the past, the Japanese did not dare to enter the cave because the condition of the cave was very dark and steep, he said. It is in very poor condition. In fact, this large hole should be included in the category of cultural heritage. Unfortunately, its existence is neglected. Its position, which is next to the cliff, seems to be very beneficial for the people and fighter, even though the condition very dire. Without adequate food supplies plus lighting, they felt safe. Evidently, until the Japanese left this country, no citizen had ever been caught when entering the cave. Likewise, with the fighter, in formulating war tactics, they chose to hold meeting in cave. After careful planning, then they came out to continue the guerrilla. All houses were destroyed by the Japanese, so that their residents made the cave as a hiding place as well as a place to live. 12 caves being built now, only 6 caves were left due to being covered by landslide. This cave began to be abandoned by local residents after Japan lost to the Dutch. Witness to the historical of struggle against the Japanese on the slopes of Gunung Madu, Clego, can still be seen today. A total of 6 caves will be used as historical tourist site. On Gunung Madu, there is also the tomb of Kiai Nogorunting, who is one of the figures who spread Islam in the northern Boyolali area. Meanwhile, a resident of Tanjung village, the condition of the cave is now not well maintained and is very concerning. The cave deserves to be included as a state-protected cultural heritage area or BCB. Well, maybe there are some things that are not understood or there are questions about this cave. Okay, let me reiterate that this mountain was once used by the indigenous people to hide from the Japanese. And this cave is truly original, made by the indigenous people without the intervention of foreigners. But it is very unfortunate that this historic place is not managed properly by the surrounding community or the local tourism office. Even though this cave is evidence of the history of colonialism from the Japan states against the Indonesian side. If anyone from you wants to ask, please before we proceed to the next tour. Well, if nothing is asked, we can go directly to the next tourist spot which was just built approximately 3 years. The location is not far from here, about 5 minutes on the side of the Simo-Clego Highway on the left side of the road, which is a family tourist spot, but many young people also visit for culinary. Well, then we are already on the next tour, namely Lembah Gunung Madu tour. Now we are in front of the tourist area. It will be nice before entering the tourist spot. I will explain a little about the next tour. The Gunung Madu Valley is at the foot of the Gunung Madu mountain, and it certainly presents beautiful mountain views. Kedung Lengkong village is located on the north bank of a river whose shape is meandering, which in Javanese is also called Lengkang Lengkong. The land is mostly in the form of mountains and the rest is in the forms of lowlands. There is a mountain called Mount Kendeng that stretches from the west, and in the east there is Mount Madu or Gunung Madu. Kedung Lengkong is a village in Simo district, Boyolali Regency, Central Java Province. History records that before World War II, most of the land in the Kedung Lengkong was controlled by the Dutch colonialists. They established a rubber company located in Halmet Karangjati, which was named Simo Gondang Rawe Rubber Factory. Okay, I repeat. Was named Simo Gondang Rawe Rubber Factory. As a result of the scorched-earth politic, rubber plantation lands were taken over by the surrounding people for residential areas to be built in the new hamlet. The former rubber factory in Karangjati is now part of the land being built by the Kelurahan Office, Kedung Lengkong Village Hall. One of the tourism potential in Kedung Lengkong Village is the Gunung Madu Valley atau Lembah Gunung Madu. Many people will come to enjoy the sunrise from the top of the hill ranging from children to adults. The place is suitable for vacation and relax with family, relatives, or friends. Lembah Gunung Madu also holds a lot of history from the Japanese colonial era. This Lembah Gunung Madu has a millennial tourism concept, so it is very popular with young people in the Lembah Gunung Madu location. The beginning of this Lembah Gunung Madu tour is from one of the educational tours of the Japanese era, because here there are caves that used to be a place for people to stop to take refuge from the cruelty of the Japanese army. With many enthusiastic visitors coming to these locations, the management has developed this location for the better with the theme of Boyolali Mountain Honey Valley Family Tourism. This Gunung Madu is a tourist place that was built since May 2014, but it was opened to the public in 2015 in the coastal village of Simokligo, Kilometer 5 Simo. Bospane of tourists are founded by Mr. Zainuri as the owner of CV Gunung Madu, which was once a forested area. Next, we are at one of the places to eat in the valley of Gunung Madu, which has the nuances of a Javanese juggalo house. This spacious place has turned into a natural tourist attraction, thanks to the lush greenery surrounding the area. In addition to presenting natural view of the site, it also has other facilities named Joglo cafes, gazebos, and natural view, which currently means that the prospect has nothing to do with tourists in the Simo area, thus providing a huge attraction for the people around Simo as well as the area. Others in Boyolali offering nature tourism in this place also offers history because right in front of the Lembah Gunung Madu are the cave of old age Japanese colonization of this man-made cave was once a haven for old and around Japanese invaders from children to adults. Many relying on it to hide in order to save Japan seen from the outside. At least now there are still about 5 caves. These caves are silent witness of the Japanese occupation. Visitors to Singa here will not only enjoy the natural scenery but also a historical struggle to Indonesia during the colonial period. Lembah Gunung Madu is very comfortable to be used as a hangout place for young people while enjoying the natural panorama. Some people make the place as an area for sports such as jogging. The name of the Lembah Gunung Madu itself comes from the name of the place itself in the village Raja Manduk village. The name valley is used because it is like a valley in the highland. In Lembah Gunung Madu, besides being able to enjoy the panorama, we can also play with the family, such as a flying walk, flying bicycle, swing, and etc. Here also there are some animals such as bird, monkeys, goat, and etc. For the ticket starting from 5,000 until 15,000 only per person. There is also a restaurant here that offers delicious dishes and of course the prices are pocket friendly. You don't need to worry. Here provides the large play area. This tour is perfect if you visit with your beloved family. Okay, now we are in one of the building spots like Romania. Usually, this spot is used as pre-wedding place. The price for pre-wedding start from 2,500 per hour. This spot is loved by many people because it has a very beautiful scenic background. The cool air makes many tourists visit here with friends and family. Green scenery can relieve stress. Here is also provided a prayer room. Here are many pillar buildings like this in Italian style. The owner of this tour provides Instagrammable tours for millennials to take photos. So that's the trip with me today. Please you can enjoy the tour in this area, can enjoy the culinary provided, can enjoy the scenery presented by taking photos. I, as the tour guide, will accompany you to go around a little historical tourism and family tours. Here say thank you for inviting me to accompany. If there is a wrong word from me, more or less sorry. I hope we can meet again in different tourist spot. Please enjoy this very beautiful view by looking at the mountains and valley. All the view here, do not waste it by not taking picture. Thank you for using my service. Thank you. I hope you enjoy with the tourists. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum. See you.